So it's Friday the 17th. Sister Nikki was telling me the other day about she got a call from Tommy Morrissey. Tommy worked at the church a little bit, cleaned stuff out, but Tommy works at the casino. He's one of the guards at the casino, wears a badge and has a uniform and all the other business. And he's been watching this stuff on the YouTube, and told Sister this other people from the old neighborhood are watching this stuff too. Now Tommy's nickname is Moosehead, and if you saw Tom, you know why they call him the Moose. He doesn't go by Tom; it's just Moose, Moosehead. But but anyhow, but anyhow, Tommy was telling me that Larry, the local undertaker's watching. Margaret Ann Ramsey's watching. Sandy and Bob Edens are watching. A whole host of other people. How do I know that? Because I see the likes afterwards, and it's a lot of these old Fishtown people. So I'm grateful to the fact that they're at least sharing with you and sharing with other people from the old neighborhood the good news of the Lord. And Kevin was asking me how long I'm going to do this. I don't know how I'm going to do this, until I get tired of it, so we'll see what happens. But anyhow, the other day I talked to you about when I was downtown in St. Edmunds. We used to do these missions every Lent, so we didn't have any money, so we couldn't bring anybody in, so I had to put this thing together ourselves. So I talked the other day about puzzles, and we did this thing with puzzles, and I hope you had a chance to look at that. That's up there on this. But one of the other years we got together, we come up with this notion of keys. Like keys that you put in the door, keys. So we sat with the group and trying to figure this thing out, how we're going to do it. So we thought to ourselves, you know something? Let's go over to 9th Street to Louis the locksmith. Now, Louis had another job outside of locks, and I'm not going to tell you what that is, but I had to do it with numbers. So I went over to Louis, and I got 200 blank keys, 200 blanks. So the folks came to the mission the first night, and I said, Father, what are we going to talk about? I says, well, here's what we're going to do. I says, I want everybody to come up, and I said, I grab a key. So we had them all in a basket. People come up, and they grab a key. They get back to the pew and says, all right, what are we going to do with it? I said, that's called a blank or a slug. It's got nothing in it. It won't open up any door at all. Now, if you go to Ace Hardware or to Louis the locksmith or some other place where they make keys, what they do is they take the original and they take the blank and they put it in this machine. And you're and what happens is the blank becomes copied from the original. And you can hear the pieces of the metal in the blank being chipped away. And so what we did at St. Edmunds that night was we gave everybody the blank key. And then we came back the last night of the mission. We threw them all in, and abracadabra, and we came up with one key, the common key that we were supposed to have. And that key was the key to the tabernacle. And that opened up the heart of God. It opened up the heart of God. And people were saying, wow, we're to open up the heart of God. But the understanding of the whole thing just simply means that the key needs to be duplicated from the original. And what is not to open up the tabernacle, that's what's chewed away as the metal is just taken away from the blank. When it reaches the point, when the machine is empty, the locksmith holds up the both of them together and they look just like one. And that's the key to God's heart. And so as we finish Lent, let us not forget that our journey to God is always to embrace the Sacred Heart of Jesus in my life. That we need to go into the tabernacle of God's goodness and of God's light. But what we must do is we must chip away those things in our life so that our identity is the identity of Christ, and then my identity opens up the key to God's life, the heart of Jesus, and the kingdom of God is before me still. That was a great mission. Enjoyed that one. Okay, folks, we'll look for you tomorrow, okay? Have a good day. God bless.